Okay, so it's been a while since we had a video for reality in business, but this one is also going into the series Scams All Around, although I'm thinking of renaming that into Scams or Not. Anyway, in this video, the topic, how a certain mindset is being used against us, okay? So online courses, in this video we'll be talking about online courses, their pricing, specifically coaching courses, development courses, mentorship courses. Okay, so if you've seen their ads, clicked on them, attended their webinars, or gotten a copy of their free ebook to the point where they reveal the price of their course, you will know that the cost or price of these courses are high, too high, extremely high. 14,999 pesos, 24,999 pesos. I think the lowest I've seen is $49, which translates to around 2,499, something like that. This is already the Philippine setting, alright? The course I took in 2017, it was $65, so around 3,500. Okay, here's the thing. How do these people price their course? What factors do they take into consideration? And I'm curious about that. Now, how did I get into this topic? So months ago, last year, I came across a self-publishing course. I'm a writer, alright? And last night, Coffee Sila discussed it on The Drip with Amish. They have someone from the business side, Pedro, to defend their service or product. So at one point, the justification on the 4,000 US dollars price of the course and the exclusive 7,000 US dollars club or something is that people do not commit if they spend nothing or too little on a course, a product, or a service. It's been natural for people to tie the value of something to its price. So this is sad, by the way. You can essentially buy the same thing for much less, and yet people would insist that the expensive one is better. There have been experiments on this in the food category. You can find videos on YouTube, a cake, a steak, exactly the same, prepared the same ingredients, same everything, yet people say the expensive one tastes much better. The cheaper one lacks something for some reason. So clearly this is all in their minds. It's the same cake, it's the same steak. The mind was manipulated by the price because it tied the value of something to the price, right? Expensive bags, expensive clothes, expensive perfume. Seriously, there are much cheaper perfumes that smell better. Okay, so the point is people have this mindset that expensive things are better, and they really seem to think that. So in the beginning, this is true. Pricing is tied to the cost of producing a product and getting it into the market. Okay, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it was back in the day, traditional pricing. Then you have this greedy capitalist coming in. You know what? People like expensive things, price them higher. Like 1,000 times the cost. Okay, they would think we use some exotic animal skin on it or something, or a rare gem from somewhere on the planet. They would think of the reasons themselves. They don't even need to explain. Okay, so you see, pricing methods have changed over the years. It's not only about the cost of producing a service or a good and getting it into the market. Sometimes it's pure nonsense to get the most profit. Even scams are using it. So if you've seen the video of Coffee, Amish, and Pedro, here are some of my thoughts from it. I agree with Coffee with the issue on pricing. As an accountant, I need a proper justification on the pricing. How did you arrive at its value of 4,000 US dollars? How? What factors have you considered? Pay for this and that, pay for what, when, where, and who? What types of expenses do you have in your business? How much is your profit margin on this? Is it 100 times the cost? If your reason for pricing it that high is to make people commit, to make them think that they would be losing if they don't commit, if they don't do the actions required, then I'd say you're playing with people's mind. Okay, I feel like people who charge more than 10 times the cost are scams, evil people. Okay, 10 times the cost. This is how some products are sold at 90% discount, you see, because the original price is at least 10 times the cost. okay? Normally, you won't sell something at below cost. So even if they announce a sale, they would be profiting from it, okay? More than that, more than 10 times the cost, I think you're too much. You're an evil capitalist. Other people's principle is like this. Sell it at a high price, get a few customers, you profit already, okay? I was in grade school when my teacher mentioned something different about the Chinese. Now, I'm not sure if this is true, but it was a story back in the day. And to any Chinese watching this, feel free to correct me in the comments. So, apparently, their approach is to sell at a low price, low profit margin to many customers. So, high turnover of products, high volume of transactions, and that's how they profit, okay? Because of the cheaper price, more people come in to buy from them, and that's how they do business, okay? Kumbaga, yung first approach, you have your high price but low volume. So let's say 5,000 US dollars, 200 people, okay? And then yung second approach, you have low price but high volume. So let's say 50 US dollars to 10,000 people. So essentially, they get the same revenue, right? So the first one, it seems to be a lazy man's approach to me. Smart but lazy, okay? Sell it at a high price, only a few customers can get it, but you still profit. So less customers to deal with, alright? So if it's a coaching course, you won't be exerting so much effort on a few students, right? If it would involve actual interaction with the students, I say it's reasonable. As a teacher, I know how taxing teaching can be, especially with so many students. But if it's simply a recorded course, no personal coaching at all, no live interaction, I will have an issue with that. You record a course for a few hours, you sell it. There's not much cost on that. Unlike when you actually coach someone, there's time and effort involved, customization, and actually going into that particular person's issues and problems, okay? Now, I told you about my prior business, right? I'm not sure if you do remember, but it's about online CPD programs, so recorded discussions. So I couldn't fathom the minds of some people. It's online, it's recorded. Why are you saying there are limited slots? Why are you trying to create scarcity to justify your price? So it made me sad because it eventually defeated the purpose of having online CPD programs, because the main point, those of us who started it, we want the price to go down so that more CPAs could afford it, okay? But well, the approach we tried is similar to the Chinese story. Now, I don't know if it's true again, but with the Pinoy Chinese businessman in our town back then, that seems to be the case, okay? Mababang patong, low profit margin, pero dinadaan sa maraming customers, okay? Sa online CPD programs, kung recorded discussions lang din naman, ang babayaran na lang dapat ng participants ay yung website hosting, website maintenance, and other expenses related dun sa pagmamanage ng website. Okay? And then of course, fee ng speaker and other administrative staff. Okay? Ngayon, kung madaming participants, kaya namang palitin ang price, right? So let's say ang cost is 100,000 pesos divided by, let's say, 10,000 CPAs in the country. I'm sure more than 10,000 pa, pero conservative estimate, kumbaga. So, 100,000 divided by 10,000, that would be 10 pesos, right? So, kaya siyang palitin ng maliit talaga. So, I've been a CPD provider before. The cost for one CPD program, that cost 100,000, that's reasonable, okay? Yes, magastos din, pero yung accessibility niya, since online na siya, mas marami yung participants na kaya mong i-cater, okay? Kumpara mo dun sa 100 lang na kasya sa venue kapag face-to-face seminar, pakain mo pa ng lunch, pamerienda mo pa sa umaga at sa hapon, kaya magastos talaga yung traditional seminars. So kapag nilagay mo siya online, dapat significant din yung maging decline in the price, right? So yun yung expectation talaga namin back then. So ayun, people really tie the value of something with its price. So they're thinking na since mababa yung price namin, the quality is cheap, or it's probably just some nonsense. So anyway, I've had hundreds of participants and the feedback is good naman. Very good because it's disrupting the norm kasi. And the fact na tahimik na akong tao, so wala akong network or connections. When it came out, when cheaper online CPD programs came out. So we tried to convince people that it's legit, but I think they really saw it as, too good to be true. Okay. So yeah, alright, whatever. So there was resistance. There were those who expressed doubts on the quality and whatnot. So I'm not a talkative person, so I don't normally like dealing with people. I don't have that much marketing. It was hard and difficult. So eventually I stopped. Given na bumaba rin naman yung required CPD units for license renewal, so I took that as a sign. Okay, it was a good experience. It made me realize a few things, but those would be for another day. So going back to the main topic, people were being manipulated because of our own biased assumptions. So kapag mahal, mas maganda. Kapag mahal, mas maayos yung quality. So ang masasabi ko lang, di ka sure. Okay? So, tayo rin yung gumawa ng sarili nating bitag. So, kumbaga, ginisa sa sariling mantika. Hindi natin binigyang halaga yung mga mura, mababang presyo, yung mga nakukuha nating resources na libre. Okay? Kaya yun, sila, tinaasan nila ang kanilang mga presyo na sometimes, unreasonable, unjustifiable, pero since people really tie the value something to the price, so hinuli. Okay? They put high prices on their products and services and they just do it. Okay? So we can get them for free at cheaper prices, but because of our own mentality, our own perception of price and value, we've been caught in the same net with you. Okay? So I wonder how we'll remedy this. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions, suggestions? Let us know in the comments. One thing I've been seeing in the case of CoffeeZilla and other channels similar to his, so the contents of online courses are normally available online as well, and you can get them for free. Yes, you need to exert the effort. You need to learn to sift through some garbage content, but it's the same with online courses. If you know how to sift through content, you'll know that some of them also contain